Week 2 of the college football season is in the books. It's a glorious thing. We're now moving into the part of the year where you routinely have college football the week before and the week ahead. But with that being said, where do things currently stand when you look at the college football playoff rankings? We won't get those rankings for a while now, but we're going to go ahead and tell you how we think the playoff forecast currently looks in the nothing but ball rankings after week 2 of the college football season. What we're trying to do here is give you just what I said, a playoff forecast while accounting for the G5, but not the Power 4 champions. Listen, the Big 12 is madness. Like, we have no idea who's going to win that conference. The SEC might be madness. Like, it's madness across the board right now. So we're doing our top 11 teams while also accounting for the team that looks the best from the G5. We'll get to that in a second. Before we do, though, if you're a college football sicko, if you love college football with every fiber of your being, if you're up late last night watching Stanford and BYU, sicko hours, you're about this life, you're about this college football life, you're about this sport. If that's you, make sure you're subscribed right here because it's college football year-round. Appreciate the heck out of you for being dialed in. Let me know on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, at JD PicKell. Follow me there. Your objections to these rankings. We post them a little bit earlier on those platforms, so again, would recommend following there. But let's get it on and pop 'em, man. G5 rep for us after week 2 of the college football season. You already know where I'm going with this. It's USF. The Fighting Alex Golishes. Are you not entertained? Beat Florida, but it's more impressive that they beat Florida to me after they already beat Boise State the week before. Like, they beat a team that made the playoff last year, their first game of the season. Then, oh, by the way, just keep on charging, go to Gainesville, walk in your swamp, take over your swamp. Miami on the dock here for USF up next. For us, at least, that'll be a ranked matchup. Can't wait. So the G5 rep this week in the Nothing But Ball rankings, none other than the South Florida Bulls. At number 11, I got South Carolina. Don't love playing with your food against South Carolina State, but I love the flashes. I think Lenore Sellers is going to end up being the best quarterback in college football. I've spoken ad nauseum around the other stuff that I think a Shane Beamer team majors in. That Vatech win in week 1, to me, I was really impressed by. We're going to go ahead and keep South Carolina in these rankings as of this week. I think they deserve more attention with how they're built. Got to ramp it up a little bit more, though, here in the coming weeks. But South Carolina, number 11, to me at least, in the Nothing But Ball rankings after week 2. Now, number 10, Notre Dame was off this week. The Miami loss sucks, but I think you got a quarterback in C.J. Carr. I know you got a head coach in Marcus Freeman, and I feel real good about your roster. So the Miami loss, yeah, it's frustrating, but when you actually sat down and watched that game, if you were looking at it through the lens of, can this team get back to the college football playoff and make a run, I don't feel any differently after seeing them play week 1 against Miami. But this game against A&M now, going to learn a lot. C.J. Carr, lock it in, baby. This is a spot now where you got to have it against A&M. We'll have a preview and prediction for you for that game on our Tuesday show, so another reason to be subscribed. But right now, Notre Dame, number 10 in my Nothing But Ball rankings after week 2 with them being off last week. All right, at number 9, I got Clemson. Now, I love Clemson on paper. Love Clemson on paper. A big reason why they're number 9. I also love traveling to Europe on paper. But then I get to Europe and it's like, I don't really speak the language. I don't speak the language. The driving is different. They're on the other side of the street. The food is good a lot of places, but like I don't totally know how to order it. There's a lot that I like on paper that doesn't actually translate. For Clemson, there's a lot I like on paper. I haven't really seen it translate just yet. Like the LSU game, you sort of give them a pass because I think LSU is going to be really freaking good this year. But looked a little bit shaky against Troy in a spot where you would kind of hope Clemson would have some juice about themselves and bounce back. I love the talent. I love the maturity. I want to see it all translate. Like, I haven't really seen it look how I would hope it would look if I'm a Clemson fan to this point in the year. So, Clemson's still a top 10 team right now. Still a team that I think will win the ACC, be in the college football playoff, all that. But from what we've seen so far, I'm left wanting a little bit more from the Tigers. Big one this week against Georgia Tech. Now, number 8, a team that has shot up these rankings, ascended. They weren't even our top 10 last week, but after beating Michigan, Oklahoma, if it's about nothing but ball, Oklahoma is a top 10 team in college football. Tell me why Oklahoma shouldn't be here. Quarterback play? Nope, definitely not. Defense? Not in my opinion. They're running downhill, as Brent Venables would say, knocking the paint off the helmet last night against Michigan. Checks that box for me. Weapons, like Deion Burks. I think they will progress as the year goes on. I said it in our reaction to the Michigan game, and if you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out. Oklahoma, to me, is the crazy person of college football. Like, when I took my official visit, my host told me, hey, make sure you kind of stay out of the wrestlers' way. They're a little bit crazy. Like, in the best way possible, but like, just we don't want any problems with them. Oklahoma's the same way. Like, I don't know if they're going to be in a lot of people's top 10, but you put them on the field with anybody, put them in a room with anybody, lock that door. I don't think you want to fight Oklahoma with how they're built, with John Mateer, with that personality of their football team, with just aggressive, confidence, all those things. Oklahoma, they're a top 10 team in the country to me. If we're just going off what we've seen so far, Oklahoma, a top 10 team in the country, a ton of confidence with how they're trending after that win over Michigan. Number 7, I got Miami. This, I think, is the most well-rounded team Mario Cristobal has since getting to Coral Gables. And there's been some other, like, fun teams at Miami, if you catch my drift. Like, last year, Cam Ward was fun. But it's kind of like, when I look at Miami right now, it's kind of like choosing to date versus marry. Like, whenever you're dating, there's a lot of, like, types you can talk yourself into, right? There's a lot of things that are fun. Oh, they have the same interests as me. Oh, they're really into coffee. Oh, they're well-traveled. They're well-educated. Oh, they're this or that. It's like, no, can I trust you? When it's about marriage, it's like, can I depend on you? When we're talking about actually, like, real things, like the college football playoff, like winning the conference, can I trust you? I think this is the most trustworthy, well-rounded team Miami's had. Carson Beck, is he Cam Ward? No, I think he's going to be good enough. Those weapons, is it Jacoby George? No, but Malachi Tony's a stud. Keelan Marion, that defense put together via the portal, but I think it's going to be a lot more dependable than last year's team. So Miami, still early, but I got them at number 7, and the most well-rounded, most dependable team Cristobal has had to this point, at least, since getting to Coral Gables from a roster point of view. Number 6, I got Texas. I'm still not 100% sure where Archer's going to be at during the course of this season, but everything else is really good. Like, a B-plus Arch Manning will get this team to Atlanta. I fully believe that. Line of scrimmage, still real good. Weapons, I think, still better than we've seen to this point in the year. If Arch Manning can turn it on and just be, like, good enough, I think Texas is going to be a team that can play for the SEC and would be shocked. I'd be shocked if they weren't a college football playoff team. At number 6, and then nothing but ball rankings, the Texas Longhorns. Number 5, I got Georgia at number 5. Tough to grade them based off of what they've played. They've been playing on easy mode for the most part. They just beat the brakes off Austin Peay, beat Marshall the week before. Right now, though, all I have to go off of is dominant. It's a Kirby Smart team with a chip on their shoulder. I don't have a reason as of now to not trust them. I know there's some frustrations for folks that watch the Austin Peay game and say, well, we'd like to score there before the half on the goal line. Well, we'd like to be a little bit more thorough and more efficient in some of the things that we're doing. I hear that. I know you want to see some more shots downfield, but just like, it's Austin Peay, it's Marshall. No knock on those teams, but I don't think Mike Bobo is going super deep in the bag of trips as of right now, and I'm very excited to see what they are against Tennessee. No reason not to trust them right now. Number 5 in our nothing but ball rankings. Number 4, Penn State, kind of the same conversation for me. They look great. Wide receivers have been good so far. I mean, they abused 2 G5 teams in Nevada and FIU. History is kind of like Yelp reviews. Like, you should trust it. It's not factual. You know what I mean? And history says Penn State, year in and year out, with that roster, with James Franklin, they're going to have a really high floor every single year. So Penn State haven't really played anybody just yet, but they're going to be a high floor team, and I can't wait to see them play Oregon here in a couple of weeks. That's going to be cinematic. Now, at number 3, as we just mentioned, the Oregon Ducks. Maybe they're just kind of getting that first impression rose from me just because they look so good against Oklahoma State. Like, Oklahoma State is a P4 team. Oklahoma State looked like an FCS team yesterday against Oregon. Like, I mean, it was like belt to cheeks, welts all over the cheeks for Oklahoma State. It was 69-3, dude. You just kind of know different when you see it, and that Oregon team looks different to me. I know it's not a lot of the names that we knew from last year because Dylan Gabriel's gone and Tez Johnson's gone and all that, but like, you know different when you see it. Kenyon Sadiq is different. DeCorian Moore is different. Line of scrimmage to me looks different. Dante Moore to me looks different. So all that's to say, I really like the way the Oregon's trending. I'm going to go ahead and take them at face value. Maybe I'm falling victim to the first impressions of them so far, but they walloped Oklahoma State yesterday, and I think that's maybe something we should take account for here in the Nothing But Ball rankings. So Oregon a top 3 team as it stands right now. At number 2, no change here. LSU, that Clemson win to me still holds a lot of weight on the road. I don't see any weaknesses. I know Brian Kelly was not fired up about the way they looked against Louisiana Tech. Doesn't really concern me just yet. You would sort of expect a letdown of sorts after what that Clemson game was. But here's the thing. Can you get riled up again? Can you get dialed up again, both dialed and riled, for the game against Florida next week? Because Florida, everyone's talking now about how they lost to USF and Billy Napier's cooked and this and that. One thing I know is true. They will play for Billy Napier. I don't question that. Now, they didn't play great for him against USF, but when there's a little more sense of urgency, I think they will be looking to prove something. Can LSU handle that spot? It's all about handling the spots for me when it comes to LSU, but I trust the roster, trust the quarterback, trust the defense, trust the coordinators. A lot that I trust. LSU at number 2 right now in the Nothing But Ball rankings. And number 1, still the top dog for me right now in college football, is Ohio State. It's just the kind of team that I think you feel best about. Like if you were to bring a team home to your parents, Ohio State's probably that team, right? Now, I don't think you're popping the question just yet. New quarterback, new coordinators. Sure, a lot you have to work out. But they have the best win in college football in a win over Texas. They are, I think, as talented as anyone in college football. They will not step on a field and be at a talent deficit, I don't think, at any point this season. And I think that defense now, I want to hold my water on this a little bit, but that defense now, I told you I wasn't sold on Matt Patricia when they hired him. Through one real game that we've seen from them against Texas, I'm close to eating crow. Haven't done it yet. We're going to give it some more runway, but that defense looked real good. They got the 2 best players in college football, and Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith. So Ohio State at number 1 in our Nothing But Ball rankings after week 2. So to recap it for you, the G5 rep this week, loud and proud, it's USF. At number 11, South Carolina. Notre Dame at 10. I know they had a loss. I get it, but the way they looked, I think everyone that watches football agrees they are going to still be a team that's in the mix at the end of this thing. Clemson at 9, Oklahoma at 8. Say what you want, man. I don't think you want to play Oklahoma right now. Number 7, Miami. Number 6, Texas. Georgia at 5, Penn State at 4. Oregon at 3, LSU at 2, and Ohio State at 1. Again, follow on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, at Judy PicKell. I've already posted this there, so go let me know your objections there in the comment section. Caden Smith, the 1s and 2s. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.